What's going on? Super Nintendo here. I wanted to talk about Touken Ranbu Warriors. So what I did was I have a Nintendo podcast, N to the O, a Nintendo show. And during that, I talked about my experience with Touken Ranbu Warriors, and I'm going to put gameplay over top of it and cut that part out of the podcast and bring it right here to you. So, this is my thoughts and experience so far played, with Touken Ranbu Warriors, which I have no idea what it is. I guess it's like they're like idols in Japan, right? Is that what it is? Is it an anime or
It's
it's
ooh,
something along
okay.
that line, right?
Yeah, it's something like I know this has been running for a good amount of time. It's
They're
not
like
like just something.
heartthrobs in I imagine. Um, but the that game came out and um I played the demo, beat the demo, saved at the end of the demo, and I thought, you know what, this is nice. Oh, this is nice. I enjoyed the demo. I played it enough to enjoy it, and then I was like, let me see what I think of the full game. They had sent me a code for it, and
Yeah.
something about the Muso games, they give me the same sensation or uh, dopamine hit that I get in my brain when like I play like an idle game and I'm seeing the numbers go up. It's like the same
Oh,
the same thing when I'm doing the battles.
yeah. It's tapping into that satisfaction level. I can see
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. And and so I'm enjoying that and playing it. One thing I noticed is the game, it looks pretty good, and at any time you can just hit minus, go into like screenshot mode and do that, right? And then
Yeah.
not only did I notice that, but they also have what is it? It looks better and performs better than Hyrule Warriors, but in exchange for it looking and feeling better, like frame rate wise,
Yeah.
I think what they ended up doing, it's like all the maps that I've played so far have all been just like basically straight lines, like go from point A to point B,
Mm.
and you might have to go and find a secret passage. Um, I don't like how you'll beat the whole level, and then it'll be like, oh, you forgot to do something back there, so now you got to start the whole level over. Especially if you're playing for like
Uh,
20 minutes. You
yeah,
like,
because those maps actually are pretty lengthy. Like you don't think they would be, or like, but when you're actually playing them, it's like, oh man, this is like taking me like 15 minutes just to get through it.
right,
Kind of thing.
yeah. And it'll be like, oh, I got everything showing, but then you're supposed to walk up to like a hidden wall, and then it will appear the new mission. But otherwise, you won't get that mission. Um,
I
and
guess you just gotta touch everything, huh? Just like on your way out, just touch everything.
yeah, just got to make sure you look everywhere. Um, which is kind of weird because I'm used to just hitting the button and attacking. And then they have like this castle that the characters you're playing as can work at and be a part of. Like you can put someone in a kitchen, someone in the garden, somebody else can be like drinking tea, right? And the tea one, you put two people together and
Huh?
they will every once in a while after a mission, one of the areas will have like a little piece of dice next to it, and you hit the whatever button it is, X I think, and you go and you do a mini game based on that. In the gardening, you have to pick up all the shiny bits, which are supposed to be things that grew in the garden that you need to pick, and the other one is you need to pour like a drink for 5 seconds. And it's one of those things where like those hard levels in WarioWare where they'll tell you like one, two, and then the time goes away and you're just supposed to keep counting in your head and then only pour for 5 seconds and then let go. And then um, they'll let you know how you did afterwards. And it's one of those things.
I would never imagine like something like that would be in this.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Like if you told me like oh, the offside mini game is like crafting your weapons to like a rhythm paddock. Oh, I'm like, okay, I would believe that. Not making tea a certain.
Yeah, you got to make the tea and make sure it's the tea bag is in long enough so that it gets enough flavor. And then you got to take it out. And if you take it out too soon, they'll drink it and be like, ugh, this is terrible, which is what happened the first time because I was like, all right, I'm going to count. And then didn't realize that thing was going to leave. I thought I just
Yeah,
had to watch the timer. And then it just went away. And then I was like, I don't want to be too late. So I hit it. And it was only like a second after the thing went away. So it was like 3.5 seconds. And I was like, oh geez, that was terrible. And then she drank it and she's like, oh geez, that was terrible. And I was like, yeah, I know. um but that is what Token Ran Warriors. And so not only do they have that with the people, they basically just sit there, and then in after a mission while you're gone, they level up and gain experience too based on where they were. Like they'll slowly start to level up, so then that way you can have a bunch of people in the castle leveling up while, because there's so many characters, leveling up
of
in
course.
between battles. And the T1, they're right next to each other, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
So their relationship, their bond, the stronger bond that you have, the better your moves are together when you do combo moves.
Of
And
course.
um then not only that, but then you level up too while you're fighting, and you level up. There's like a skill tree. You can upgrade your armor, and you can buy and unlock like a skill tree to unlock new moves, so you can unlock certain special attacks.
So you can just pretty much customize you guys how you want.
Right, so
You know.
all my
Okay.
characters could play differently than all your characters do, and they were the
That's a nice
same
touch.
fighters. Yeah. Yeah, so that is Token Ran Warriors. There is a demo, and the demo save carries over to the full game.